Alright, Shalom. Before we start, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, known as Great Millstone. Shalom to the whole elect. In today's video, we're going to talk about the heart is very deceitful. And what I mean by the heart, your heart is your mind. You know, the actual heart just pumps blood, but the heart that's speaking in the scriptures is of your mind, because when you think of evil things, evil thoughts come to your mind. You gotta battle those thoughts, right? You gotta try your best to battle those thoughts. So it's gonna make sense when I get into the lesson. So we're gonna hit a few scriptures that I got. First, we're gonna get Jeremiah 17, and we're gonna look up the word heart. Jeremiah 17:9. It says, "The heart is deceitful above all things, and desperately wicked. Who can know it?" All right, so let's get that. Let's look up the word heart.
Strong's H 3820. Lave.
All right, that's probably another word because there's no V's in the Hebrew, so we'll get that later on. But this is what heart means. It says, "Inner man, your mind, will, heart, understanding." So your mind is the heart, the inner part, mist, heart of man, soul, heart of man, mind, knowledge, thinking, reflection, memory, right? So your conscience. So your heart is your mind. So your mind is the deceitful above all things. It's wicked because you got wicked thoughts in your mind, right? Your mind is deep. There are two things that's deep: the ocean and your mind. Your mind is very deep. You got deep thoughts in there, dark, wicked thoughts at that. So who can really know it? Who can really know the mind? And a lot of people say follow your heart. That's giving the bad advice, because you follow your heart, you could end up in a bad situation. So you shouldn't follow your heart. Because you follow your heart, you following the lust of your flesh. Really, you should be walking in the spirit. And a lot of us, we battle our minds every day. Because they're evil thoughts. That's why you gotta stay in the scriptures. You gotta meditate day and night. Let's get that real quick. Day and night. Oh man. Meditate. Let's put this in. Psalms 1 and 2. It says, let's start at the top. It says, "Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord Yahweh, and in his law he doth meditate day and night." So you in these scriptures, day and night, you meditate, you're reading, studying, taking notes, watching videos, whatever you're doing, right? You're not idling, you're just not scrolling, chilling, right? And there's nothing wrong with chilling from time to time, but try to minimize it. Not to don't go hours and hours just chilling and you're not in the scriptures, right? You got to stay in the spirit, to the best of your ability, of course. So let's deal with Mark 7 and 14. This is 7. It says, "The heart of man," at the top. It says, "And when this is Yahweh Shah talking, and when he had called all the people unto him, and he said unto them, Hearken unto me, every one of you, and understand. There is nothing from without a man that entering into him can defile him, but the things which come out of him, those are they that defile the man. If any man have ears to hear, let him hear." And when he was entered into the house from the people, his disciples asked him concerning the parable, and he said unto them, "Are ye so without understanding also? Do ye not perceive that whatsoever thing from without that whatsoever thing from without entereth into the man, it cannot defile him, because it entereth not into his heart, but into the belly, and go out into the draught, purging all meats. So people, when and let's stop real quick. People, when they use this verse, they think it's talking about, you can eat anything. No, that's not what it's talking about. In the law, you cannot. It's it's simply, you know, unclean and clean foods that you can eat. But people try to use this and say, "Oh, that means we can eat anything." No, you didn't even read the rest of the chapter. You know, this is going to something totally different, right? Verse 20 is, and he said, that which cometh out of the man, that defileth the man, from within, out of the heart of men proceed evil thoughts. And this is what they are: adulteries, fornications, murders, thefts, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, and evil eye, blasphemy, pride, foolishness. All these things come within and defile the man. Because within, like we said, is your mind. That's what your heart is. Your heart is your mind. So all these things come within. And you can look up these words on your own, but you can get a few. Let's look up fornication. All right, porneia.
Strong's G 4202. Parnaya. Parnaya.
Right, porneia. And it says adultery, fornication. That word, the mo word, L word, isbianism, and bestiality. That's what fornication is. Fornication is not sex before marriage, because sex is marriage. You dummies. All right, you got the Christian church thinking that having sex, and people in the truth as well, saying that having sex before marriage is fornication, but it's not. You know, so fornication is adultery when you sleep with another man's wife, right? Or when your woman sleeps with another man who isn't her husband. All right, that's adultery. So adultery, fornication, mo, you know, is being this. That's what we're gonna say. And bestiality. That's fornication. That's what truly fornication is. All right. And it can be metaphorically the worship of idols, was which the Israelites did. We spiritually fornicated against the heavenly Father. That's why we're in the conditions we're in. But that's what comes out the heart of men, and many other things. Many other wickedness. So let's reread it. It says, verse 20. He said, that which cometh out of the man, that defiled the man. From within, out of the heart, the mind of men, proceed evil thoughts, adulteries, fornications, murders, thefts, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, and evil eye, blasphemy, pride, foolishness. All these things come within and defile a man. All right. So we're gonna get next Matthew 15-15, and it's really the same thing. All right. This is Matthew 15-15, the heart of man. Then answered Peter and said unto him, declare unto us this parable. And Yahushua said, are ye also yet without understanding? Do not ye yet understand that whatsoever entereth in that the mouth goeth into the belly and is cast into the draught, which is your bowel movements. When you go to the bathroom, that, right? But those things which proceed out of the heart, Salakia. But those things which proceed out of the mouth come forth from the heart, your mind, and they defile the man. For out of the heart proceed evil thoughts, like we read in Mark 7. Murders, adulteries, fornications, thefts, false witness, blasphemies. These are the things which defile a man, but to eat with unwashed hands defileth not a man. And that's what Mark 7 is going into, your unwashed hands, right? When you That's what the Pharisees try to get on Yahushua about. And you should go read that for yourself. All right. So yeah, like let's read. Let's look. This is in the New Testament. So let's look up Greek. So like let's go heart in the Greek. Here it is. Oh yeah. Oh no.
Strong's G 2588. Cardia. Cardia.
Cardia. It says the heart. Um, Definition A, the soul or mind, as it is the fountain and seat of the thoughts, passions, desires, appetites, affections, purposes, endeavors. Right. So your heart is the soul, your mind, really your mind. So, because evil thoughts. What else would that be? Right. Um, Strong's definition: the heart, i.e., figuratively, the thoughts or feelings, mind. Also, by analogy, the middle, broken-hearted. So, your heart is your mind, and what precedes evil thoughts comes from your mind, like we just read. Murders, adulteries, fornications, thefts, false witness, blasphemies. These are wicked thoughts in your mind. Like I said, people battle these things each and every day. Men in the truth and people out of the truth, you know. But you got to stay in the spirit, right? Meditate day and night in the word. So let's get Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 1. We're going to start at, I'll start at 25. The parables of knowledge are in the treasures of wisdom, but godliness is an abomination to a sinner. If thou desire wisdom, keep the commandments, and the Lord Yahweh shall give her unto thee. For the Lord, for the fear of the Lord is wisdom and instruction, and faith and meekness are his delight. Distrust not the fear of the Lord when thou art poor, and come not unto him with a double heart, a double mind. Do not do not an hypocrite in the sight of men. Oh, Salakia, be not an hypocrite in the sight of men, of and take good heed with what thou speakest. Exalt not thyself, lest thou fall, and bring dishonor upon thy soul. So the Most High discover thy secrets, and cast thee down in the midst of the congregation, because thou comest not in truth to the fear of the Lord. But thy heart is full of deceit. Your mind is full of deceit. All right. So, you know, your heart is very deceitful. Your mind is very deceitful. That's why, don't follow your heart, your mind, because people tell you to do that, but, they could lead you into a path of destruction. That's why I don't listen to people like that, right? You got to stay in the spirit. You also read Galatians 5. Those are some other things those are lust of the flesh, but what those come from? Your mind. That starts in your mind, and then, it plays out during in the flesh. So let's get one more. Oops, Makia. Ephesians 6:11. This is the armor of the Most High. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against the flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. We can read down verse 20. It says, stand in therefore, having your loins girt about the truth, with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, take the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplications for all saints who are the Israelites, and for me, that utterance may be given unto me, that I may open my mouth boldly to make known the mystery of the gospel, for which I am an ambassador in bonds. Therein I may speak boldly as I ought to speak. So you must put on the whole, you know, armor of the Most High, right? So you won't, because we battle against the flesh, against our minds, all day, every day, right? And that's why you gotta, like I say, stay in the spirit, meditate day and night on the scriptures, so you won't be idling and get caught up, in the ways, of your mind, right, or in the ways of this world. So I hope this lesson was edifying, to whoever watches it. I want to close and give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, Great Millstone, Shalom to the whole elect.